Treasures, Brick Marketplace, conveniently located in historic Newport.
In Paris, lightning strikes.
If you've been injured in an accident, call on the Hurt Line, D'Oliveira and Associates, right now.
Discover Card? Customer service? Ma'am, this isn't a computer. Wait, you're real? With Discover Card, you can talk to a real person in the U.S. like me, anytime. Wow, this is a recording. Really? No, I'm kidding.
100% U.S.-based customer service. Here to help, not to sell.
We asked a kid to design his dream kitchen. Now we're giving a carpenter the chance to make it his. Although he changed everything about this kitchen to make it his own, he didn't need to change the GE Slate appliances. With their elegant stone-inspired finish, they complement any kitchen, including yours. GE Slate, the style that works with your style.
Shop the Memorial Day sales event and save up to $1,500. Visit Gill's Appliances today.
Smile. Feel gorgeous with this delicious beauty secret.
Keep it going. Yes.
Vitafusion Gorgeous Hair, Skin, and Nails.
Love it.
Delicious gummies with twice the biotin and 4 times the antioxidants.
Oh, beautiful.
For stunning hair, skin, and nails.
Gorgeous.
It's Vitafusion.
Greg's has been there for you for over 40 years. For a get-together with friends. For celebrations at home. For those special occasions. Good people, good times, good food, and of course, great desserts.
From our family to yours.
We welcome you to Greg's, a Rhode Island tradition.
Giving people options based on their budget is pretty edgy, kind of like this look. I'm calling it the name your price tool phase. Whatever.
No way, it's a Chevy.
It's the Chevy Memorial Day sale. Time to get the crossover that's right for you. Trax, Equinox, or Traverse.
It's very impressive.
It's awesome.
This is incredible.
It'll be a good road trip car. The Wi-Fi is cool.
It's fancy.
I love it.
Get more than you expect for less than you imagine during the Chevy Memorial Day sale.
Current qualified competitive lessees can get this Chevy Equinox LT for around $189 a month.
My gosh, I need this car.
Sleepy's 3-day doorbuster weekend continues with all new Memorial Day doorbusters Sunday and Monday. Shop the first 6 hours to get Beauty Rest queen sets starting at $189 each piece. And an adjustable base half off with Premium Beauty Rest. Up to a $300 gift card with any Tempur-Pedic and a free headboard, footboard, and frame with any GS Stern set while supplies last. And don't forget, up to half off nearly every mattress in the store. Sleepy's, the only mattress professionals.
Turn to the NBC 10 I-Team. Parker Gavigan, relentless, getting answers, holding the powerful accountable.
I'm fighting to expose the dirty secrets.
Katie Davis, breaking through red tape, revealing what's really going on.
I'm pushing to uncover the hidden truth.
And now, consumer advocate Emily Voles, looking out for your money, one step ahead of the scammers.
I'm working to keep crooks out of your wallet.
The team who's got your back when you need the truth. Turn to 10, the NBC 10 I-Team.
My teacher cares. She wants me to be the best I can be. He teaches in ways I can understand.
I'm Patrice Wood. Teachers play an important role, and we want them to know they're appreciated. NBC 10, the Department of Education, and Hasbro are teaming up to honor outstanding teachers with the NBC 10 Golden Apple Award. Nominate your teacher today.
Nominate at turnto10.com. Each winner will receive $250 to assist in classroom needs. NBC 10's Golden Apple Award is proudly sponsored by Hasbro. Turn to the NBC 10 I-Team. Parker Gavigan, relentless, getting answers.
Should it have been reported to social services?
Absolutely.
Katie Davis, breaking through red tape, revealing what's really going on.
Parents would like to see those schools sprinklered.
And that's why this is such a big priority.
And now, consumer advocate Emily Voles, looking out for your money.
So happy.
Appreciate the help that we got from Channel 10.
The team who's got your back.
Channel 10 is outstanding.
When you need the truth, turn to 10, the NBC 10 I-Team. Through the years, NBC 10 is the one you turn to. When news happens, you rely on NBC 10 to keep you informed. The ones you call family. At NBC 10, we know life is moving fast.
And we're following developing news at this
New
hour.
at 5 tonight, a missing boy.
New technologies, new ways you get your news. We continue to strive to be the best for you.
Car crashed into and landed.
Record turnout
The
in this
one
state.
you turn to. That's why we are where you are. On air, online, on mobile app. When breaking news happens, turn to 10. NBC 10. Turn to the NBC 10 I-Team. Consumer advocate Emily Voles, looking out for your money, one step ahead of the scammers.
I'm working to keep crooks out of your wallet.
The team who's got your back. Turn to 10, the NBC 10 I-Team. Turn to the NBC 10 I-Team. Parker Gavigan, holding the powerful accountable. Katie Davis, breaking through red tape. And now, consumer advocate Emily Voles, looking out for your money. Turn to 10, the NBC 10 I-Team. Through the years, NBC 10 is the one you turn to. When news happens, you rely on NBC 10 to keep you informed. The ones you call family. At NBC 10, we know life is moving fast.
And we're following developing news at this
New
hour.
at 5 tonight, a missing boy.
Car crashed into and landed.
Record turnout in this state.
When breaking news happens, turn to 10. NBC 10. Turn to the NBC 10 I-Team. Parker Gavigan, relentless, getting answers, holding the powerful accountable.
I'm fighting to expose the dirty secrets.
Katie Davis, breaking through red tape, revealing what's really going on.
I'm pushing to uncover the hidden truth.
And now, consumer advocate Emily Voles, looking out for your money, one step ahead of the scammers.
I'm working to keep crooks out of your wallet.
The team who's got your back when you need the truth. Turn to 10, the NBC 10 I-Team. Through the years, NBC 10 is the one you turn to. When news happens, you rely on NBC 10 to keep you informed. The ones you call family. At NBC 10, we know life is moving fast.
And we're following developing news at this
New
hour.
at 5 tonight, a missing boy.
New technologies, new ways you get your news. We continue to strive to be the best for you.
Car crashed into and landed.
Record turnout
The
in this
one
state.
you turn to. That's why we are where you are. On air, online, on mobile app. When breaking news happens, turn to 10. NBC 10.
My teacher cares. She wants me to be the best I can be. He teaches in ways I can understand.
I'm Patrice Wood. Teachers play an important role, and we want them to know they're appreciated. NBC 10, the Department of Education, and Hasbro are teaming up to honor outstanding teachers with the NBC 10 Golden Apple Award. Nominate your teacher today.
Nominate at turnto10.com. Each winner will receive $250 to assist in classroom needs. NBC 10's Golden Apple Award is proudly sponsored by Hasbro. Through the years, NBC 10 is the one you turn to. When news happens, you rely on NBC 10 to keep you informed. The ones you call family. At NBC 10, we know life is moving fast.
And we're following developing news at this
New
hour.
at 5 tonight, a missing boy.
Car crashed into and landed.
Record turnout in this state.
When breaking news happens, turn to 10. NBC 10. Through the years, NBC 10 is the one you turn to. When news happens, you rely on NBC 10 to keep you informed. The ones you call family. At NBC 10, we know life is moving fast.
And we're following developing news at this
New
hour.
at 5 tonight, a missing boy.
New technologies, new ways you get your news. We continue to strive to be the best for you.
Car crashed into and landed.
Record turnout
The
in this
one
state.
you turn to. That's why we are where you are. On air, online, on mobile app. When breaking news happens, turn to 10. NBC 10.
The president's vow to close Guantanamo. What happens to the enemy combatants on the next full measure?
Sunday mornings at 11 on NBC 10.
It's the biggest little countdown, the show that counts down Rhode Islanders' favorite Ocean State people, places, and things. Our panel of Rhode Island experts voted. Those votes were processed, dissected, encoded, and compressed by our crack team of list scientists until just 10 remain. Perfect for our fun-sized show. On this edition, the greatest moments in Rhode Island history. Well, what are we waiting for? Let's get started. Number 10. the invention of hair gel.
Well, hair gel, it's, the product itself is fine. It's who's using it.
Look at me. Hair gel, please.
Ow, jeez, those things are sharp.
I have this hair gel. It's called like monkey snot. And it's the best hair gel. Like I can do whatever I want with it.
I don't even know what that is.
It's monkey snot, a gorilla snot, something like that.
I used to be a fan of Dep. I don't know if you guys remember that. It came in blue and orange. Big fan of that.
I'm a Garnier guy, I like the multi-levels of, some are putties, so it depends. I've got sort of them, they're all lined up at home, and if I'm in a putty mood, I go with the firm look, Cool, calm, relaxed Nick, he goes with a softer look. So there's various levels, various degrees of, and I gel based on mood.
I never used anything on my hair. And in fact, the smartest thing I ever did was get rid of it all.
That's a good look. Bruce Willis has done fantastic for years.
I like hair gel, I'm still sort of stuck in my 80s and 90s mode where I still pop it in there.
When I was young, it was all about eye rocks and, and blowing out, big hair and Cavaricis.
When you're in Johnston, you're in Johnston. North Providence, hello. Even Cranston, I'm from Cranston. Those are the three that stick out the most. And then you go to somewhere in South County, it's just, straight, flat, normal hair. There's still people rocking bangs. Lots of bangs with Aquanet. No, say no to bangs. It's terrible.
Number 9. The longest game.
Every baseball game I watch is the longest game. That game never ends, God. How long could I have lasted at the longest game? I'm gonna say, well, when's the stretch? 7th inning, right? Yep, probably 3.
I was around, but I wasn't there, but I do remember that game, 33 innings long or something like that?
I didn't go to that game, but, the word came up, I guess, that night even. If you were in town, somehow the word emanated from McCoy that they were breaking this record.
I wasn't there. I remember the game very well. It took 2 days. They played until like about 3 or 4 in the morning, and then they called it off and had to play a couple weeks later.
I was a puppy when the game started, and I was well into my adolescence in the middle of the game.
They actually started out with all the players were there. They ended up with only 2 players at the end of the game. It was amazing because they had all aged considerably.
The great thing about it is that nobody went to the game. It was one of those, I think, early spring games. It's freezing cold, and it's 2 in the morning. And who's gonna sit there? Nobody.
I was there for the longest game. I was there on that April night. It was the night before Easter.
I was the last person there. It's a historic fact. No one can really talk about it but me. There were no photographers there except for myself. But that was one of the greatest days of my life, and for that I'm grateful.
I was there on the night when everybody says they were there, but I wimped out and left early because it was cold, and I was hungry for a roast beef sandwich at the House of Pizza.
That's pretty impressive.
I think it's epic that we have the longest game having happened here.
Yeah, I guess it has to be history.
It's a record of randomness. It's not really a record of achievement. It's a record of a game that couldn't finish, and no one could finish it. And went on in the stadium in McCoy, so cool story.
Number 8. All of our hurricanes.
There have been these hurricanes, as they're called, coming up from the Caribbean, as the Spanish have. And they come through here, uprooting trees that are centuries old, knocking over buildings and knocking chimneys down. And there has been flooding coming up into the Providence town and other settlements that are around here. We have seen the Indians.
A new day brings new questions.
And before the sun rises, we're here working to get you answers.
While your coffee is waking you up, NBC 10 delivers your first taste of today's news.
Including weather and traffic every 10 minutes. Rain or gorgeous, planning your day has never been easier.
From your door to your desk, I'm here helping you avoid any backups.
So wake up with us.
Because every morning begins with sunrise.
NBC 10 Sunrise.
It's our giant spring cleaning event this Memorial Day weekend at Bernie & Phil's Bargain Outlet. We've swept our stores and warehouse clean and moved everything to our Warwick store. Closeouts, discontinued items, and one-of-a-kind pieces all at bargain prices. Save 20 to 80% this Friday through Monday, only at Bernie & Phil's Bargain Outlet.
Soon, Cox will bring us internet that's 100 times more powerful.
Peekaboo.
And we'll be able to do anything we imagine.
In the corner, looking kind of blue. Don't you try to hide from you know who. Peekaboo, peekaboo, I see you.
Holographic gaming. That's what I'm gonna do with Gigablast.
Cox is unleashing Gigablast Internet. How will you live the gig life?
Have you been ignoring your heartburn?
His symptoms were heartburn and indigestion, and we didn't think it was anything, but it ended up to be something very serious.
Acid exposure of the esophagus can lead to serious and debilitating complications of the esophagus. At University Gastroenterology, we not only treat acid reflux, but we have state-of-the-art therapies which diagnose and manage more advanced diseases of the esophagus.
Visit turnto10.com and click Health Fit Connections to learn more about University Gastroenterology.
I don't want to lie down. I refuse to lie down.
Why suffer? Stand up to chronic migraine with Botox. Botox is the only treatment for chronic migraine shown to actually prevent headaches and migraines before they even start. Botox is for adults with chronic migraine, 15 or more headache days a month, each lasting 4 hours or more. It's injected by a doctor once every 12 weeks and is covered by most insurance.
Effects of Botox may spread hours to weeks after injection, causing serious symptoms. Alert your doctor right away, as difficulty swallowing, speaking, breathing, eye problems, or muscle weakness can be signs of a life-threatening condition. Side effects may include allergic reactions, neck and injection site pain, fatigue, and headache. Don't take Botox if there's a skin infection. Tell your doctor your medical history, muscle or nerve conditions, and medications including botulinum toxins, as these may increase the risk of serious side effects.
Don't take your chronic migraine lying down. Stand up. Prevent headaches and migraines. Talk to a headache specialist today.
It's spring cleaning time this Memorial Day weekend at Bernie & Phil's Bargain Outlet in Warwick. We've swept our stores and warehouse clean, bringing fresh savings to you. Closeouts, discontinued items, and one-of-a-kind % this Friday through Monday, only at Bernie & Phil's Bargain.
7 o'clock on this Sunday morning. Our camera live at Iggy's Doughboy and Charter House in Warwick, looking out at Oakland Beach under a pretty nice sky to start our Sunday. How long will the nice weather stick around for the holiday weekend? Weekend Sunrise begins now.
Thank you for turning to 10. This is Southern New England's news leader.
The beach will have to wait down south as a tropical storm bears down on the Carolinas. What does that mean for our weather? A grim discovery in West Greenwich. An arrest is made in the murder investigation. And an experienced swimmer drowns off Cape Cod as he tested for a job that would require him to swim. And good morning. Thanks for waking up with us on this Sunday. I'm Mario Hilario along with Kelly Bates. Good morning. Good morning. For those of you that were with us in the last 15 minutes or so, we are bouncing back from a major Dastardly Computer Meltdown, so we apologize for that. But we're back here, and actually this is our last half hour because NBC is covering the Formula One racing in Monaco, I believe it is. So
fancy.
Yeah, exactly. So that starts at 7:30 here.
All right.
In the meantime, Kelly's talking about our weather. One more decent day for us, huh?
Yep, and that's today. We're looking at another hazy, hot, and humid day. We're going to see a little bit more cloudiness. And